Alright, mate. Hello from Australia. This is the 6 o'clock news show. Live from Brisbane, Australia. This is the 6 o'clock news. What's going on, guys? We're back here at Heroes, the biggest collection of comics, toys, and collectibles in the GTA. Last night we just saw an early screening of Rocketman starring Taron Egerton. Can't wait to talk about it, guys.
Rocketman is a biopic of the legend Elton John, and it brings us through his creative process as a young child to late adulthood. This is an interesting movie because Elton John obviously is still with us, and he had a big impact on the movie. He obviously had a lot of the creative element, added a lot of the creative elements behind the scenes, and had a large impact on the overall movie.
This is a specific period in his life that they focus on, basically from the beginning up into the height of his success. Definitely get a really good peek into the life of Elton John through this movie, and they flesh it out, especially with Taron Egerton in the role.
Yeah. So what did you think of Taron Egerton?
I thought he did a really great job. He had a couple of moments where he showed more adolescent Elton, then a little bit more an adult, and then you see a little bit later on when he starts to lose a little bit of his hair. So you see definitely a progression in the character. He's kind of slowly evolving into what we know through pop culture.
Yeah, absolutely. I love Taron Egerton as an actor. Especially in like the Kingsman movies. I did not know that he was a triple threat, being able to sing and dance.
That's pretty crazy.
Every single song in the movie was his own rendition of classic Elton John songs, and he completely made them his own. So definitely hats off to him. He did an amazing job. But I did not know that he did not write the majority of his songs.
Yes, he was more musically inclined, but he was working with his friend Bernie, and he provided most of the lyrics, and then through that pair became one of the best songwriting duos, arguably, from the UK there.
Yeah, that's an amazing, interesting fact about Elton John's musical career. I did not know that he didn't write any of his music. So it was really cool to see that process.
I want to talk about memorable scenes in the movie. Coming out of this movie, were there any scenes that specifically stood out to you?
A lot of the musical numbers, I really loved them. I thought they were all really well done. Some scenes where they transition from musical number into movie or vice versa, I thought some of them were really well done, and some of them were a little bit more off than others. But overall, like, the musical numbers were some of the standout scenes.
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't expecting this movie to be as musically inclined as it was, meaning that there were a lot more musical scenes than I thought, but at the same time, the moments that were the best of the movie, they definitely executed it through those scenes. The main relationship that we see in this movie, we see Elton has some failed marriages, he has some boyfriends, he has some friends, and he also has this main relationship, which is his buddy, Bernie, his songwriting buddy, which is, for me, was the standout. He was definitely the standout relationship for him in the movie, with him and Taron Egerton. You definitely see that in the first scene there where they meet and they're first singing a song that they know, and they're kind of going note for note, back and forth. I thought that was pretty interesting. Some of the things that I didn't like about the movie definitely were some of the unexpected musical scenes. We knew that this was going to be a musically inclined movie, but some of the scenes where you think he's talking to his manager or his buddy or his songwriting buddy or even his mother in one scene, and then all of a sudden one character just pans and then they start singing, threw me off a little bit because, I mean, we're used to these biopics lately. I've seen Bohemian Rhapsody, you've seen The Dirt, which is about Motley Crue. Bro. How did you feel that this general supporting cast, we have Bryce Dallas Howard playing his mother and some other small roles. You have the club owner, which is an interesting surprise, just interesting characters that are kind of sprinkled out throughout the movie. Did anyone kind of stand out in those supporting roles for you?
I liked them all as actors and as a cast, but not all of them had amazing voices. His mom had an amazing voice, and then there were a couple other scenes where other actors were singing as well. They didn't have the voice and the power that Taron Egerton had. Whereas when you compared to another movie that we just watched, Aladdin, they all have amazing voices and they all can sing. We really enjoyed this biopic of Elton John. We're called Rocketman. We thought the actors did amazing jobs in their respective role and really played homage to the life of Elton John. We just felt that there were some script issues and directorial issues on how the musical numbers were performed and played out and transitioned from scene to scene.
I thought overall it was a pretty decently executed biopic. Taron Eckert did a really good job in the role of Elton John. The supporting cast could have been done a little bit better, but overall his relationship with his buddy Bernie, his main songwriting buddy, was executed well. So we're gonna give this movie a 7 out of 10. If you guys enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-studio reviews. Take care, guys. Have a good one.